Is Ruan Mei really worth it? Well, in this video, not only are we going to be talking about what is in her kit and how to build her, but an overall review of the character and how she functions on the team compared to other units and how she opens up avenues for other teams to take the spotlight that otherwise wouldn't get any. But before we get into that, make sure you leave a like and a sub on the video if you're excited for Ruan Mei, and also you'll grab some good luck on her banner if you do so. We are super close to 20k subs, if it's even possible to get before the year ends, so if we can hit that, that would be absolutely insane. But let's go ahead and get back to the video. For Ruan Mei's kit, her normal is a normal. There's nothing special about this, but for her skill and the rest of her kit, that's where it gets absolutely crazy. For her skill, she is going to give a 3-turn buff for all allies, which makes her SP positive, which is always a great thing. This buff gives you a damage buff of 32% and is boosted even further by her break effect, which gives another 36% damage boost on top of it. This also gives a static 50% weakness break efficiency, which is absolutely no joke. Look at this clip without Ruan Mei's skill. And now with it. Her skill can make the difference between you breaking a unit or leaving them with 1 HP to their shield. And if you want to know how much break effect you need to cap out on the major traits that gives you an extra damage buff, you would need around 180% break effect to cap out on the break effect. There are a multitude of ways to get to this, and I'll explain it in the build section in a second. Ruan Mei's ultimate is 2 turns and gives an all-type res penetration of 25% and can also delay the action of an enemy when they try to recover, and this does count as a turn. So debuffs will expire on them and dots will also proc on them. These delayed enemies will just lose their turn as soon as they get it. This delay gets larger with the more break effect you have, but I think it's not worth over investing into this, as you can get better substats than going full invest mode into break effect. Want to see something cool? Here is Welt sending the character to Narnia and not letting the enemy wake up, while Ruan Mei delays them as soon as they wake up. You can see some really cool stuff happen with this character that couldn't really be done before. Her delay is absolutely insane when paired up with the right elements. Ruan Mei's talent will also be giving everyone 10% speed free forever, and will also deal break damage to an enemy when they are broken by an ally or herself, so you'll always get that extra bump of damage from Ruan Mei whenever somebody gets broken. Now, techniques aren't something I usually talk about, as they usually aren't as crazy, but Ruan Mei's is much different than others. She actually pops her skill first thing before anything happens, which also gives you energy to start off for her ultimate. And in Sim Universe, you can get some crazy one-shots and some crazy nukes, which make grinding with her so much simple and much more time efficient when you are in Sim Universe. A welcome addition to the grinding team by far to anything in Simulated Universe. She is definitely such an amazing character for all that she has for teams, just based on how many universal stats she gives, and we are not even done. As I said before, one of her traces does give an increased damage buff based on the break effect over 120%, so we can skip over this. One other trace gives a lifetime break effect buff to all allies just for existing, so this can pair in basically with everyone, but more in particular with characters in dot teams, and also some elements like physical for bleed, quantum for the delay, and imaginary for that massive delay. Lastly, the other trace is going to be Ruan Mei giving herself 5 energy for every turn that she takes, which is kind of stupid. If you have a faster Ruan Mei coupled with certain relics, you can really see her energy skyrocket as turns go by. Now for her actual build, looking at the light cones, she actually has a lot of good options. Her signature, of course, is going to be her best, which gives her a lot of break effect, a damage boost that's super long, a free skill point every ultimate, and regenerating allies energy every single wave. That is a mouthful and a very loaded kit onto that light cone. So yes, of course, this is going to be her absolute best, but there is a lot of substitutions when it comes to having something for Ruan Mei. Memories of the Past is by far going to be a really great light cone, because it will be giving you break effect and energy, which are both amazing stats and resources to give to her. And then if you don't have this light cone or you don't want to use it, Planetary Rendezvous is really nice as well if you are going to be rocking with an ice DPS like Yanqing, Herda, and even Jing Liu, which makes an amazing couple for sure. And then Dance 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 is also a really good option, a really good general standard harmony cone, which is going to give allies that boost forward when you do end up using Ruan Mei's ultimate. Lastly, you can opt in for cogs if you do want to have an insane amount of energy gain while using Ruan Mei, because her ultimate is worth it 100% if you are able to get that up as 100% uptime, which is going to be slightly hard in all honesty. Memories of the Past is just going to be by far her best option before her signature, just due to you getting the break effect stat, helping you with the trades, giving you more damage boost. But if you already can compensate with this with other means, feel free to use any of the other light cones I recommended. And now for her relics, can build her in a multitude of ways. My personal favorite combination is going to be 2-piece Thief and 2-piece Hackerspace with Talia Planar Ornament. This is overall to stack the break effect wanted and give you the speed boost you would want as a support. You can opt in to change Hackerspace for a tankier Ruan Mei using Wuthering Snow and Longevious, or if you even want a faster ult time or 100% ult time, you can replace Talia for Penacony or Von Wack depending on the team that you have. The main stats you do want to go for are HP chest or defense chest and speed boots with HP orb and energy regen rope. Substats being of course speed, break effect, and any sustained stats like HP or defense. This makes sure that you are getting your ultimate as fast as you possibly can get it, and also making sure that Ruan Mei doesn't get one shot automatically. You really don't need a fat ton of break effect just because your light cone, your relics, and your substats are going to be able to compensate to get to that 180%, so you don't have to worry about not rocking that energy rope. And then lastly, for the teams, when it comes to Ruan Mei, she is an absolute godsend. She can work with basically anyone. Her universal stats that she gives are absolutely amazing, and not forgetting how insane weakness break efficiency is when you're using a team that is matching the enemy. That enemy is going to be gone. Ruan Mei works the best in dual DPS comps and dot comps alike. The break effect and weakness break efficiency go hand in hand with dot units and can lead to some satisfying results with teams consisting of Kafka and her other dot counterparts. The damage boost, the speed, and the delay work really well with dual DPS comps, giving them the support they would need that other supports could not provide previously, especially when you're using characters like Topaz and Nambi and her teams were fitting multiple supports were hard to do because she was taking up that other slot. Ruan Mei for sure is going to be our second Bronya, and a character that everyone should pick up for sure. She's a full 10 out of 10 character, giving you absolutely everything you could possibly want from a support, and allows for more units to shine and have fun team building to be thrown into the meta without worry. If I had to recommend any character to be picked up in this game, Ruan Mei for sure is one of them. She buffs all allies and gives universal stats. She's a character that will last a lifetime and a character you won't regret pulling for. Her kit is just so stacked without having to worry about crazy conditions or being a part of certain teams to get her full potential. She's just a plug and play unit. You drop her into the team and the benefits just start with no trouble. She really is that comfort character and that universal unit you would want any support unit to be. But other than that, that is going to be it for Ruan Mei. Let me know what you think about her, and let me know if you will be pulling for her, because I'm super excited for her to come out. Let me know if you guys are going to be pulling for her. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. See you on the next one, and peace.